Hi, I'm Roger and welcome back to the Tractor Tech channel. Splitter Wars was last Saturday and I had a great time watching it. I hope you did too. There are a few things I want to talk about though. First thing was, I noticed we had some complaints about the split sizes. As you can see behind me in this pile, I normally split my wood small. I can easily pick that up by the end with one hand. When I originally started talking about doing Splitter Wars, I think I said we would use 10 to 12 inch diameter wood, and then it was going to be split 6 times. We all had a group call to discuss everything to make sure that the rules worked for everybody, because there were 3 different countries represented with Splitter Wars, and then in the US there were like 2 time zones, I believe. So people were scattered all over the place, and it's pretty tough to find the same species of wood, same diameter, all that stuff to make it work. So when we had the group Skype call, a couple of the guys said that they didn't have enough wood that size, so we said 12 to 15 inch diameter wood, and it got overlooked on my part, but the 6 split thing stuck. So on the 15 inch diameter wood, that made for some larger splits than normal. So next time we do a Splitter Wars, we're going to have smaller splits. That's not going to get overlooked. Then I also shared the playlist on some forums that I'm on, and I also saw some comments in the videos asking the same question: who won Splitter Wars? Well, Splitter Wars was not a contest. It was a time demonstration. The winner of Splitter Wars was all of us participants, because we had a good time doing it, and anyone that viewed it was a winner also, because you got to see different brands, different types of splitters, and people using different methods to split their firewood. So hopefully you found Splitter Wars educational and informative. The last thing I want to talk about is why I picked each person and their splitter. Each splitter was unique in some way, and I'm going to show some clips right now of why I picked each splitter, and some of the guys also told me some pros and cons of the splitters themselves. Wooly was kind of like our control. He used a Hull-to-Force splitting maul with a wooden handle. So if you've been thinking about upgrading from a maul to a log splitter and you wanted to see how much faster or easier it is using a log splitter, we had that comparison for you. The first log splitter I'm going to talk about is GP Outdoors Brave Dual Split Log Splitter. This splitter is powered by a Honda engine, has an 8 inch tall wedge, and it has a log table on both sides of the splitter. This was the only log splitter in Splitter Wars that was not a commercial grade log splitter. This splitter is a great option if you're a homeowner or if you're looking to sell a little bit of firewood. This splitter splits on both the extend and retract of the hydraulic cylinder, making it faster than a traditional vertical horizontal log splitter like you would buy at the farm store. Also need to give GP a special thanks for all the help and advice he gave me on assembling Splitter Wars. The next splitter is Our Green Acres Splitfire 3403. Like GP Outdoors Brave Dual Split Log Splitter, this splitter splits in both directions. This splitter has a 4-way wedge and an optional log lifter. What makes this splitter unique from the others is it is powered by the rear remotes of a tractor. The speed of the splitter is going to vary from tractor to tractor. Since it is mounted on the 3-point hitch, it is easy to move into place. The work height is adjustable by raising or lowering the 3-point hitch, and if you have a big ground, you can let the 3-point hitch down and roll it onto the splitter. Since this splitter is powered by the tractor, you don't have an engine to maintain like a standalone splitter. Ben says he wishes the knife was taller on this log splitter. Since I am talking about tractor mounted splitters, now is a good time to talk about Tractorman 44's homemade log splitter. This splitter is PTO powered, so you can run it on a tractor without rear remotes. This splitter was built by Tractorman's brother in the late 70s. It has a tall wedge and a massive 44 GPM pump. It also has an adjustable work height, which is really slick. The next splitter is Joe's homemade Boxwood splitter. What makes this splitter unique is the box wedge with the pullback arm. You load a round of wood into the splitting chamber. The hydraulic cylinder pushes that round through the wedge. What's left of the round gets pulled back when the cylinder retracts and falls back down into the splitting chamber, so there's little to no handling of the round of wood once it is loaded into the splitter. 2 to 3 small rounds of wood in the splitting chamber at the same time. This splitter produces evenly sized splits, making it easy to stack, especially on the ends. Joe also told me some cons of this type of splitter. The size of the logs is fixed. You cannot produce larger splits, or you cannot also produce smaller splits. Twisted logs will split into wedge-shaped logs, and it also produces more kindling than a conventional wedge. On this splitter with the closed splitting chamber design, anything over 18 inches in diameter needs to be turned to be split. The next splitter is Back 40 Firewood's Wolf Ridge 28 Pro log splitter. It is powered by a Honda GX270 engine with a 16 GPM pump. The splitter has an 8-inch beam with a 12-inch AR400 wedge. It has a hydraulically adjustable 4-way wedge. The 28 Pro has a log lifter rated at 400 pounds. This splitter is great for someone who splits a lot of wood for themselves or even sells some firewood. With the log lifter and hydraulically adjustable wedge, this is a good option if you deal with a lot of large rounds. The last hydraulic splitter in Splitter Wars 2020 was the Easton Made 1222. It is powered by an electric start Honda GX390. It has a 22 GPM pump. For Splitter Wars, Adam used a 6-way wedge, so we had a variation of wedges. The wedges are easily changed and hydraulically adjusted. This was the only splitter with an auto cycle valve. With an auto cycle valve, you flip both levers and the cylinder runs out and it automatically retracts. This gives the operator time to go grab another round. The 1222 is equipped with an oversized push plate so you can stack multiple splits on the beam and split them at once. Adam says some of the cons to this machine are, since it weighs 2,100 pounds, it can be challenging to maneuver with his side-by-side at times. If it jams, it can be difficult to clear, like any multi-way wedge. The last splitter I'm going to talk about is my split-second Kinetic log splitter. This was the only splitter in Splitter Wars that was not a hydraulic log splitter. It has twin 90-pound flywheels and a 3-second cycle time. It is powered by a Subaru engine and it will run 4 to 4.5 hours off of a gallon of gas. This splitter has an optional log lifter. The biggest disadvantage to this splitter is occasionally a piece of bark or a chip of wood will get jammed underneath of the pusher and the pusher will not return. 6 bolts have to be loosened to free the pusher. I want to thank everyone that participated in Splitter Wars. Without you guys, this would not have been possible. And I also want to thank everyone that viewed the Splitter Wars playlist. Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please hit the like button and consider subscribing to my channel for more videos like this.